Jobs. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. What's up, everybody? My name is Hatchie, and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I know, right? You never see the day, but I wanted to talk about this one thing. Why is getting a job so fucking hard? I'm being dead ass. I remember getting fired from my local Domino's because a bitch ass delivery driver took my delivery and my manager said, the fuck, pal? Some shit, right? After I did get fired, it took me like a few months to get a job. I feel like I had to give an arm and a leg. It's always the same process every time. You gotta go to their website that they haven't updated since like 2005, tell them everything about you, get an interview, and do the same shit again. But is it just me, or is that every interview person sound like an ex-girlfriend? You know, they're sitting there clicking their pen like, so, why do you want to work here? Shit, I don't know. I need money. And then they'll hit you with a line of, we'll give you a call. No text, no call, no email, nothing. And I get it, right? Like, what if they don't need people for what you're trying to do? Or maybe someone already took your position. But most of the time, they're just like, we need people with experience. Brother, you are the experience. I swear, dog, they take one look at me and said, we don't want your goofy looking ass. Okay, Starbucks manager. Like, I was trying to get this one job that my homeboy tried to get me. Interview went great and everything, but then they hit me with a line of, we'll give you a call. And, okay, I'm like, bet. No call after that. Not even an email or a text. But then my homeboy said, you actually have to call them back to see if you're interested. Dog, fuck you mean I gotta call them back? Oh yeah, and they're just like, oh yeah, you gotta call them to see if you're interested in the job you want. Bitch, isn't that the reason you're interviewing me? I think I understand why most VR chat players don't have a job. Well, most of them. I'm gonna be honest, I think I have a better chance of getting a job at a VR bar than a fucking Taco Bell. Okay, now let's just say you do get the job. What else you gotta deal with? Customers? Employees? No. Fucking managers! I know everyone been there. You hear the line, hey, I'm gonna need you to do overtime. You got me fucked up! I don't know if anyone ever been through this, but you ever had a boss that shit to you just because his life sucks? Because that's what happened to me in my Domino's job. I'm not gonna say his name because I know this guy in real life, but he might see this, so... Hey, sorry man, I miss our anime nights. But you're probably wondering, come on Hatchie, I'm sure he's not that bad! Fuck, man. First of all, he's an alcoholic. I think that says a lot. Wasn't good at managing in general, and he was always crying about, my girl won't give me top. They don't hire the most random people. Like, we were so understaffed, he would literally hire anyone. I remember he hired this one guy. He was a good guy at first, but he told me something while I was training him. It went along the lines of, you should meet my cousin. And I'm like, oh, okay. Weird, right? And then a few days later, I'm in the back of the store, and a coworker told me that, hey dog, that dude's kinda weird, huh? And I was like, yeah, he is kind of weird, but he ain't that bad, right? And then he goes, I just caught him saying some weird shit. And I was like, okay, what did he say? I shit you not, word for word, bar for bar, he said, if I was younger, I would totally fuck my cousin. Huh? And then a few days after that, my coworker like met the cousin and everything, told him everything that he said, and then this girl goes, oh yeah, that's normal. He's just off his schizo meds. And I'm like, okay, that explains a lot. Homie really out here hiring cousin fuckers at the Domino's. But it didn't stop there. He also hired this one chick. I mean, she was annoying, but she means well, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is her bitch ass boyfriend. I mean, the guy wasn't a dick or anything. He was pretty chill, but he was also the most pathetic person I ever met in my life. And the reason why he was like that is that he was having trouble in school. And I get it, right? He might have had some overdue homework, or maybe he was falling behind. That would be a reasonable answer, right? No. The real reason why he was like that is because people called him smelly and fat. Buddy, there are two things that can fix that. One, start working out. Go for a jog or something. I don't know. Do anything. And two, take a shower! Oh, and it doesn't stop there for my glorious manager. He decided to hire this one chick. And I'm gonna be honest, this bitch made me wanna kill myself! And I wasn't the only person that hated her. Everybody in the store hated her. Even my glorious king, the manager. And this one coworker I knew hated her the most. I'm dead ass. He had so much hate for this person, he made a diss track about her. How much do you have to be hated for a dude to work with you and goes home to make a diss track about you? Fucking evil, man. But the beef didn't stop there. He actually told me that they knew each other because they worked at a Pizza Hut together. And she slid in his DMs. And she was saying, "You want to do something in the back of the store?" I know what you're thinking. Hell nah, right? But the last thing she said, I'm gonna be honest, she was kind of bold for this. "I'm gonna suck your soul." And I know, Hatchie, it doesn't get worse from there, right? Well, I got one more guy, and this guy was the worst person that you could ever meet. A gooner! I'm being serious. The only thing that I would see him doing is try to get with my manager's girl. I remember his girl needed a ride because my manager couldn't take her. And then he said, "I can take her." And then my manager goes, "Nah, man, she already has a ride." And then he goes, "Can I please take her?" Creepy as fuck. And what makes matters worse, he listened to shitty EDM. And I'm gonna give you a sample of what that is. Gay as fuck, right? Alright, this video is getting way too long. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go lay down.